Hi dear friends, today is Wednesday, August 19. Let's discuss the charts for the euro dollar and the pound dollar pairs and try to figure out their further dynamics. Yesterday the euro traded in a narrow range of 15-20 pips. The euro managed to go ahead with the uptrend which has been in progress for a few recent days. The euro asserts its strength because of dollar's weakness, but not because of the growth of risk assets. The British pound trades in the same way. The chart shows that after weak UK unemployment data, bears tried to break the support at 1.3525, but their efforts were in vain. The support was strong enough to withstand pressure, so the pound-dollar pair extended in an uptrend. The US data didn't impress the market. Industrial production was lower than expected. Housing starts were also weaker than consensus and locked a serious contraction in July. Housing permits were the only indicator that showed growth, but this data doesn't matter a lot to market sentiment. Now, let's check the economic calendar for today. The UK will report inflation data. The annual CPI is expected to rise to 2.9% in July after 2.6% increase a month ago. Inflation acceleration poses a grave problem for the Bank of England and the latest unemployment data. Besides, average earnings of British households went down due to inflationary pressure. Thus, the Bank of England faces a dilemma: to prop up the labour market and tame inflation, which is likely to remain elevated due to the simmering crisis in the Middle East. The conflict will hardly be settled in the near term. In turn, high inflation will be reason for the strong pound sterling. However, weak UK inflation data will push the pound down for a short while. So the pound-dollar pair will go through a downward correction. ECB President Christine Lagarde will deliver a speech today. Markets will get to know the current account balance in the CPIs. The CPI could be 2.9% in July and the core CPI could be 2.5%. This picture is decent for the ECB in light of the recent hike rate. If the data is much stronger than its forecasts, this could encourage traders to buy the euro because the ECB might consider another monetary tightening in the near future amid high inflation. As for the US calendar, the FOMC will provide its minutes tonight. The funds rate was left unchanged in that policy meeting, but three policymakers voted for a rate hike. Hence, investors will study the minutes, looking for clues to further monetary policy. Hawkish notes in the minutes will support the dollar, which will gain ground against the euro and the sterling. If the minutes have predictable content, the greenback could continue its slide against the euro and the British pound and other risky assets. Now we're discussing the 1-hour chart. The point to sell the euro-dollar pair is 15.98 with a false break at this level, and at 1.1613 we can sell the instrument with the target at 15.68, 15.43 and 15.14. Then we will plan long positions, bearing in mind a bounce of 25-30 pips. I would expect robust activity at bulls at 15.43 and 15.68, as the bull's potential is evident. I could target even 1.1645. If reached, I will plan short positions. As for the British pound, I will try to sell from 35.52 and 35.69. If the price has full breakouts at these levels, we have a reason to plan short positions. Yesterday, the price failed to break through this area. Downward target will be 34.99 and 34.65, where I will consider long positions, expecting a bounce of 25-30 pips. In this case, I will open but positions at 34.99 and 35.24 on the condition of a false breakout. We should plan long positions if the bull's trend is obvious. If buyers are hesitant and the instrument develops a steady rally, we could sell at 35.88 and 36.08 during a bounce, bearing in mind a correction of 20-25 pips. Good luck!